Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning. How's everything?
Hanging in there. I was traveling last week, so I'm just trying to catch up speed on everything now.
Yeah, this couple of weeks is so crazy. Design can't Silicon West, chiplet summit, cadence photonics, it's every
Yeah, that's next week. So it's kind of crazy. What DesignCon is this week, and Chiplet Summit is next week.
Yeah, and in parallel right now there's something called Photonic West at San Francisco.
Oh yes, there's just too many things going on these days. Yeah, you and I were supposed to sync up also after the last OCP stuff.
Sure.
Just a heads up. I have to drop off after the first 30 minutes.
But that's good. I think we're gonna have a very short meeting because Bobby needs most of the time to align everybody for tutorial next week.
So this is not going to be a 2-hour meeting, right? I also have actually a whole 2 hours I was supposed to go to another call, but yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
want to
was
see
kind of surprised when
what's
it was 2
happening.
hours.
And let's wait a couple of minutes for Bobby because I think he wants to do more than just basically 5 comparison white paper. Okay, while we are waiting for Bobby, at least for the rest of the tutorial, let me share my screen, then we can go over the open items. I looked at it, I think most of the stuff is done, but it needs a final review. And it's better that someone reviews that it's not basically part of the writing perspective. I think James did a good job, and he added lots of stuff from the F1 that they were missing basically. But it needs a lot of review. I talked to Bobby. Bobby said he's gonna clean up this section 1.9, which is gonna include all this things. Still, this packaging is missing, which I will take care of it by today. end of today, but the rest, I think Bobby said he's going to clean up this section because he believes that he provided enough information in 1.9. By the way, you guys can see my screen, am I right?
Yes.
And just Kevin, I had a chat, Kevin from Elia. I just had a chat with Bobby. Bobby's intention was not to have 1 gig and 2 gig both together. I think he is perfectly okay if we keep 1 gig and we drop 2 gigs, but it's up to you guys. And Queen, if you're online, I think you two were mainly involved on that discussion. It's basically up to us.
I don't feel strongly about 2, but I do feel strongly I would prefer to say max.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with the max and 1 gig, which was original proposal by Kevin, but I think Bobby ran one session on Wednesday, which I missed it. And the outcome was that he pushed for 2 gig. Again, I talked to him yesterday and he said, no, that was not his intention.
Is Bobby not here?
I'm right here.
Okay, hey, Bobby, you're here. That's good.
I can barely hear Shahab. Is it just me or does everyone else have the same problem? It's very muffled.
Shahab's pretty muffled, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same here.
Give me 1 second, I will connect myself to external.
So nobody wanted this but you, Bobby. So can you, are you okay if we change back?
Yeah, I'm okay with. I think I'm sorry. I had an out-of-band conversation with Shahab yesterday, and I think the main thing I continue to be sort of, concerned, or is the wrong word, is like that we're pushing a metric which really cannot be measured by anybody buying IP. If they build a test chip, they can sort of measure the latency on the outside. But we're sort of saying, hey, specify the latency on the inside, which really is whatever the vendor says it is. I think that's my main heartburn, nothing else. Like if the vendor cooks up a number here, there's literally no way of verifying whatever number is generated. But in a test chip, you can measure the, from one end to the other.
Okay, then let's go one by one. First,
The IP will have the test chip, right? Is that what you are saying?
Say that again, please.
I'm saying that the IP will have the test chip, right? So it can be measurable from
Only
that
one
point.
of the 3 numbers that Shahab will walk you through. I think it's only the outside number.
by the way, can you guys hear me better now?
Way better. Thank you.
Thanks for pointing it out, Bobby. I think let's go step by step. First, right now we know that 1 gig and 2 gig is kind of redundancy. Everybody agree with that, or there's no intention to report both numbers, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Then the second, then if we are planning to remove the 2 gig, then we can go back to original proposal by Kevin, which we converted back to the maximum data rate that we're gonna have. But then, Bobby, we're gonna get to your concern as well after that. Everybody okay if we just change 2 gig again back to the maximum data rate? Any objection? Okay, Kevin, do you support it still? This because this.
Yeah. I'm happy to do the work too. So want me to change it back?
Then the action item is to keep the 1 gig, move back the 2 gig to the maximum. Now let's get to the Bobby's concern. Bobby's concern is kind of valid. Bobby is basically telling us if we are comparing silicon result, not just a written spec, this couple of these parameters that we are mentioning, it's hard to measure. It's based on a simulation. Can we modify or add or remove something to it that it becomes basically a measurable parameter rather than simulated parameter? Did I understand you, Bobby, correctly?
Yes, you did. I think fundamentally the everything we're saying is verifiable in some way. It would be good if everything we're saying is verifiable in some way in actual silicon through a test chip.
Some of them might be measurable, but some of them for sure are not.
But that, yeah, anyway, but that, to me, that's the sort of acid test, right? The most vendors, I'm assuming, will have a test chip of some kind.
Correct, but I mean, it really depends on how people are implementing their chip and if they do have access to some of these parameters that we requested for measurement. Am I right? This is my understanding, Kevin, Quinn. If you guys have a better understanding, feel free to add in or comment. For example, T3 bit error rate, including retry, that's again something based on a spec. It's not going to be based on the measurement, but I think this section is a kind of mix. If you can measure, if you can simulate.
But I don't understand T3.
T3 is that you do have a bit error rate after FEC and CRC, but you have a targeted bit error rate which you believe you're going to achieve with the retry mechanism. That's happening at UCIe and PCIe. Intentionally, your PHY has a lower bit error rate after FEC because you want to reduce the latency of the FEC, but you rely on a retry to bring back to the quality of the transmission that you want, basically to improve the bit error.
Yes, I guess there's a little bit of subtlety here that I think is maybe missed, right? Because there's actually two different, well, are we worried about the undetected bit error rate if we're talking about CRC? Retry is about availability, not error rate. Just it's a subtle difference.
In other system, I 100% agree with you, but correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, if Majid is on the call, he can comment on that. But the way that PCIe and UCIe right now works is that the targeted bit error rate on line number 2 that we have it after packet FEC CRC is a slightly lower than other PHYs, and they believe that with the retry, they can bring it up to the good quality of the transmission. Lower.
The retry is a mechanism when the CRC detects an error. Retry doesn't. CRC is what detects it. So you put CRC into T2.
Quinn Shahab, just one thing. I want to steal your meeting after 10 minutes. So just FYI, there's other things too.
Sure. Quinn, let's talk about it later, especially when Majid is here, because this CRC that we are targeting is not basically part of the latency, because CRC and not part of bit error rate is just the detection. And after this detection, you have to retry, and that's actually include.
But again,
latency.
Yes, I just want to be clear that the CRC is what determines the error rate, not the retry mechanism. Retry mechanism is how you recover from a detected error.
I think Majid has a different perspective. A couple of times, I personally confirmed with him that is there any targeted bit error rate with the retry mechanism? He said yes. In the standard, there is a targeted bit error rate after retry. And if there is not, then we don't need to have it here. Just cross it. But I thought that based on UCIe and PCIe, we do have this number on this.
I mean, it is CRC and retry together, but it might be T2 might be a burr of 10 minus 15, and T3 might be 10 to the 20, you know, a minus 20. Mm-hmm. When you include the retry to fix errors that are detected, something like that. So I'll change the language in that section.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just, there's a slight, not quite the right wording. I understand what's the intent.
Okay. If you have a suggestion, it'd be great, but I'll make the edits to change back to maximum, which Quinn and I both support, and then we can think about on T3 if there's anything we would add.
I would just put CRC and retry.
Yeah.
T2 should be FEC, 3 should be CRC and retry. It's really just where the CRC word appears in this.
Yeah, the reason I have CRC and T2 is CRC doesn't improve BER in T2, but it does impact latency for T2. And the retry part of it in T3 improves BER. So I'll write as CRC and retry in 3, and if we want to drop CRC from 2, we can have that discussion.
Yes, I guess I agree. The CRC should be part of the latency of 2. We just need to. It's just a little bit of explanation of the T3, the error rate we're talking about in 3.
Okay.
And it's not T3 because it's not really a time.
Fair, good point. Yeah. Okay.
That's bitter.
Yeah, but you're writing it as a time.
No, we made a mistake here. I think that's understandable. I'm gonna double check what we had here.
Yeah, we didn't have anything.
Yeah, we didn't.
Okay, so it should be BER.
Okay. Then the rest of them is gonna be basically the section that James actually brought up, wrote last
Thank
week.
you. Thank you, James.
Yeah, this is very helpful on the FOM. We are kind of having the first draft here, and thanks Kevin and Anu for providing this section 5. We have a short table for people that they don't want to deep dive in it and just want to sanity check or just first glance, basically comparison between different files. Boppy, we are in the good shape of the first draft. If you fix this section, that would be great. I think Trent missed this section 3.14, which I will add it. I think we do have a figure from our presentation.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
We can
So
drop it in.
I was thinking something. I want to throw out an idea to. What if we don't publish it and simply say, here's a draft when you're opening it for community comment and put a window of 2 weeks or 3 weeks for people to talk to us?
I'm okay with that.
And say, if you're interested in contributing or altering this document, show up next Tuesday.
Yeah, I think anyway, this week everybody is busy with DesignCon and then Chiplet Summit. I know
Right.
Matt's traveling
But-
and gonna be in Bay Area. It's a little bit
So,
hard to expect people to do anything this week.
no, I mean, like at the Chiplet Summit, we announced that, hey, here's a 90% draft and we're going to publish it March 5th. So if you, the community, have any input, go look at, download it, tell us what it is, and we'll try and fix it between now and the end of February.
Okay, then if you just clean this section up, then I add.
Wait, I'm
couple of
supposed to do that?
things. Yeah, this is actually, no, sorry, this section.
Oh yeah, so this section, what I did was I combined everything into that one table.
Okay, should I remove everything? Are you sure
I
that you
think
covered
so. Please take a
everything?
look. That maybe I'm sorry I wasn't clear. I just put everything into your spec maturity, IP maturity into one giant table, basically.
Okay, then I feel that there were a couple of them. There was not there like a specification, IP licensing, fee free or things, but we can review that.
Okay, let me fix that. Let me look and then we'll change it. Okay, that I can do.
And there is one section that Trent, even last week, he confirmed that he's gonna write, but I do see that's missing too. If I don't know if Trent is online or not. If he is, I think he wrote some of them in the Excel file. Most probably he's waiting for us to confirm and then he can move it here. I have seen that he has those data in. He wrote it on the Excel file, not here. I think it's available to everyone. Then we will add it to here and polish it a little bit on the figures, things that are missing. Quinn and Kevin, thanks for basically one more time finishing the latency bit error rate section. And Boppy, we're gonna have a draft 1 PDF for Chiplet Summit.
Yeah, maybe all our white papers we just publish under, hey, here we're opening it up for community comment for the month of February. There's a 0.99 draft, which is going to be released, and that kind of fits in with where we are.
That's great.
Any objections for the, and Marek, I mean, we could literally do this exact same thing for the business white paper too.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Like I have it right now. I have it on the Google Drive and put a link into my presentation, just saying that this is kind of the final version, and then it's just a question of how we refer to it in the presentation.
Yeah, and if people want to come contribute, all they have to do is join the Friday 9 a.m. meeting or the Tuesday 9 a.m. meeting and then add content to it, basically.
Right. I mean, I guess I would want to manage expectations, and I don't want to like open this up like to like bare bones and just start adding new sections and reviewing everything. Like I think then we would never get this out. But I do like agree with the point that we want people to join and critique it.
Yeah, we're not going to re-vector the white paper. But if it's a clear, at least it's easier in the die-to-die, in the 5 metrics white paper, because people can have very clear technical objections, is much vaguer in the business white paper and the CDX
Right.
white paper.
But I think also for the business white paper, it is really now just a question of getting the like OCP consortium to agree.
Okay, well, then in that case, I'd say in your case, we leave it as we leave it as no further input needed. It's a draft that's going to be available. Oh, shoot, hang on. Hey, oh, wait,
David, you are not muted.
no, it's okay. I know how to mute people now.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Okay, thank you. Many thanks, Shahab. All right, so let me go with the agenda. I want to use your time wisely. I'm thinking about 10-15 minutes per section. Anybody who wants to go first on their section at the tutorial session? Cliff can't join us.
I think
So
Kevin Ye had the stop at 9:30.
You have a stop, Kevin, then please, yes, go for it.
No, it's Kevin Ye from Samsung. I think he
Oh,
had-
hey, so, oh, yeah, that's right. But Andy's dialing in from Europe, so why don't we let him go first? And Kevin, are you going to be able to join Andy on stage, or is it going to be just Andy? I'm asking, not.
It will probably just be Andy unless Andy needs any support.
Okay,
I'll leave it to Andy to decide.
okay. Andy, it's
Hello?
yours if you want to do your review first, since you're in Europe and everything.
What's the topic now?
No. So basically, what we're looking for is all of you are on the hook to do. Okay, if you don't, then I'm really glad we had this meeting. So, so we're supposed to do. The expectation is that all of you will do a 20-minute talk at the tutorial on the OCP tutorial.
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear.
Right. So this meeting is to just for all of us to sink in on what everybody else's content is and just sort of get.
Do you have an agenda for the tutorial? Maybe you can flash that up as a content.
Sure. Hang on. Oh God, I'm going to get into my usual mess. Hang on. I need to clean up my desktop.
And I think we need to get this agenda to the Chiplet Summit,
Oh yeah, Shahab, you told me yesterday. I forgot. All right, hang on.
because this is the only one that there is no.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get that fixed.
Bobby,
And
are you
I-
looking for the Triplet Summit spreadsheet?
Got it. No, to share it. I had to clean up my desktop from all sorts of.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the way things are, we might just do a 10-minute break because the iMac people can't make it in person, and so we're trying to see whether they'll do a 10-minute video. But otherwise, everything else is pretty static. We've got an intro on the chiplet economy. We've got Shahab and Letizia on metrics. Marek, which is just Marek now, no. Marek on the on design trade-offs, and Jawad and David on where CDX white paper. So the rough breakdown is what we did the last year, what we're thinking of doing the next year, and the big initiative. That's roughly the breakdown of the 3 portions. So this is, hey, we did these white papers. This is where we're going to grow in terms of what we're doing in terms of our current work streams. And this is modular reference platforms is a new work stream we want to spend a lot of energy on. That's the organization. So Andy, if you have a slide deck, that would be great.
No, I doesn't have the slide deck up to now. I have to prepare it, but it's not available yet.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do is we will try one more meeting on Friday. Marek, can we borrow some portion of your business call? Actually, we can use the ODSA meeting. Now, since Marek isn't going to be there and he was the agenda, we can actually use the ODSA meeting to review the slide decks. We can use the Friday 8 a.m. slot.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, let's do that. And I will create a Google Drive and share it with everybody.
So,
Okay, so this is, I'm just going to put this as a yellow for now. Okay, so since Andy is good and let me see. Who else wants to go?
So just quickly on the next Expo, yeah. So right now we have slides from, it's actually Kosh and myself. You can change the mod to Kosh. Oops.
Okay.
And then we also added slides from Shahab on optical. So we have all three of us in that section.
Okay.
Which is, I think, fine. We'll have to go
you
quickly.
can even take an extra 5 minutes if you want. I think because
Yay! We might do it anyway, so that's nice if we can schedule it, since we have 3 speakers. So
yeah, I don't know if we want to, you can take the entire 10 because maybe we want to give people a breather, but we should be able to give you an extra 5.
So, do you want to review that now?
Yes, please.
I think
And what
for
I'm
sure
also
the
going to do is
first
just
one, which is the white paper on the FI, doesn't need 20 minutes. We can save some time.
No, man. Dude. No. That's one of our glowing things. It's a cross-industry collaboration. We at least we need some slides on the impact more than.
Sure, but I think 20. I thought 20 minutes is too much, but okay, we can.
No. This is you better use 15 to tell people how this is the best things in sliced bread. Otherwise, we'll have to get Kevin to do it for us. Kevin Yee. Kevin, can you help us on the potential impact? Seriously, I feel like this is a giant deal, and we should just make as much noise as we can about this. I mean, hopefully he's not on mute still, but yeah, we got to take.
You're talking to Kevin Yee. Then
Yeah, Kevin Yee. We need his help in selling the impact. Okay.
Wait, say it again, Boppy. I'm sorry.
We need your help to sell the impact of this white paper that Shahab is putting together. So we're not lost in the technical details, but more on why this is valuable to across the board.
Yeah. You have to do that, but in what way am I?
Well, because you're good at it, man. That's the point.
Bring pom-poms and stand and cheer. I don't know. What do you want?
It's important. We just need.
No, I'd love to do that. I think it's important. I think it's things that people need.
Yeah. Okay. Shahab and I will sync with you offline. Yeah, man, Shahab. We need those 20 minutes to zip through the impact on all these things. So yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'll sync up with you.
Okay, thank you. Kevin, the other Kevin, it's all yours. Yeah.
Yeah, the other Kevin. Indeed. Here I am.
The other Kevin. Sorry, man.
That's fine. Samsung's a big company, so you know, you can be number one.
My strategy is if I miss anything, I just blame it on the other Kevin.
Yeah. Well, Kevin failed to deliver. Oh, it's the other Kevin. Sorry. So we right now have it listed this way. That's why I was mentioning that, Bobby, so we can change the agenda as well. It was just a little bit of where we are and then where we're going, and all the focus and the slides are on this. And this is the order we did it: optical, memory, and IoT. Okay, so far, Bobby?
Yeah, totally, man. You guys are
so I'll just step through it quickly. These are Shahab can add it, answering questions. These are his slides.
Yep.
So motivation, what an optical chiplet is, how Bo can support it. And please can participate. So, you know, all three of us have about 4 slides exactly like this. So then on memory, I have a motivation on memory. Why is data interesting for memory? The skill signaling types to talk about why dynamic bidirectional is interesting. The use cases that we reviewed in the Wednesday meeting, and Eli and I went over, you know, how those two use cases might impact both the bow spec as well as link layer and this configuration. So these are the upcoming changes in the support memory. And then I didn't see if Kosh or Mar online, but these are the IoT related ones. Beautiful figures, lots of, we'll just be talking to it. What they're doing, they're talking about changing the low end and going down to say power for IoT applications. This is, I'm not
There's no
sure.
drawbacks. This has to be a cash slide. It has
Well,
no drawbacks.
this is literally the slide from the last meeting we had, and no one had added any drawbacks yet. And so he's going with that, which is
Hey,
wonderful.
I did my work, which was, hey, everything's wonderful. Now I'm waiting
Oh,
for
come on.
feedback. I
Yeah.
expected a lot at least to shoot a bunch of this down, but I haven't heard anything, so I'm victorious right now.
You got a touchdown. Yeah. And then conclusion. So that's our presentation. I think with 4 slides each for 3 speakers, it could take 5 extra minutes would be helpful. So that's what we're looking at, Bobby.
So one, it would be nice. I mean, it is sort of hindsight motivation, but it would be nice to sort of say why we're doing this upfront, and maybe to sort of say, look, we got Bow 1.0 in silicon, that we have this, it's in silicon, we're learning this, and I'm trying to figure out our kind of, but the whole sort of strength of Bow is this ability to extend it and adapt it, right? And so sort of frame it in that context, if it's possible to do so.
That sounds great. If you want to shoot me a sentence, I'd be thrilled to have it.
Okay.
Or I can just say it, but
Elad has a slide somewhere. I'll go hunt for it. But basically, why did we choose these areas? In fact, the fresh session is AI, right, or something we said. So we do need like an AI needs more
bandwidth. Here for AI and edge applications, right? And then people were worried it was only that, so I added the and others. But this was what you wanted it to say. We're focused on AI and edge for new additions to the spec.
The missing sort of link in my head is like, what that means is at the high end we need more bandwidth and more the fact that we're trying to increase off package bandwidth and we're trying to sort of do fungible memory, and at the low end we're trying to control cost, right? And that's how we sort of settle on these.
True. Okay.
But other than that, this works. Thank you.
Okay. We'll stop sharing that. I sent these slides to you, but I also seriously was expecting some feedback from Elad. I think he may do that tomorrow or the next day. So maybe by the Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he wanted to talk about a little bit about
on the drive. If you could please click and just ask for permission, then you get permission to upload. And
oh, you want me to upload them to the drive? Okay.
No, so that all of us with that then all of us have access to it and we're done.
Yeah, and this is.
I just created a new drive called OCP tutorial 24.
Right. So I need to request access, and I'll upload them there.
So this is for all the tutorial slides, right?
Yes, please. Okay, perfect. That's then we're in good shape. Anybody else wants to go next?
I can go next. I have a meeting afterwards. So I think my first question was to you, Bapi. How do we get the badge? I have exhibitor badge. Will that work?
There is a link that Dirk sent out. Let me forward that email to everybody on the. Hang on, let me go dig that up. He sent that out about 10 days ago on how to register, but I believe it should work. Dirk Wensleik, join us at the upcoming Triplet Summit. Here you go. Here, all of you should have it in your inbox if you're subscribed to the ODSA mailing list. If you haven't, please subscribe. Is there anybody who wants it? I'm going to send it to Madhumit. Anybody else who wants it? the registration link? Anybody else online who needs it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, send it.
David. Anyone else?
So this is to
Oh.
the general conference?
Well, you can register to the OCP tutorial, and that in theory should also work for the conference. Yes.
Right. Okay. Because I think they were supposed to sign us up automatically, right? Like if we are presenting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But I've already filled out that link
Okay.
for the OCP at least. Okay.
I don't think I filled out anything yet, but I can't remember.
Okay. Then here, Kevin, and anybody else who needs registration logistics?
Can you send that to me too? Yes,
James,
I
sure.
do have that, yeah. Register for others organizing.
Anybody else?
If I'm registered for the conference themselves, then it's also for the workshop, right?
Yeah, it works in the other way, but
Okay.
yeah, it works the other way too. Yes.
Good. Okay, thank you.
But Andy, we're hardly not likely to not let you in, so there's that.
Sounds good.
All right, sent. Okay, Madhumiti, you should have a registration link where you can register.
Okay. So I think if regarding the slides, I have all the contribution from everybody. I have to add my slides. So Mike put together these slides, Mike, James, Poo, and Prasad.
Okay.
We can't see your screen, Madhumita. Are you sharing?
I'm just trying to share. Okay. Yeah, so I think we have to kind of reformat
There you go.
this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so we have to reformat it on, I think, with the OCP slides, right? We got the
template.
slides from, yeah, that template.
Yep.
That clipboard, yeah. Okay, and I don't know actually who is gonna say what, because looks like Pavan is also another presenter.
Wait, what? Oh, you're right. Pawan
Right.
is the TESOL guy, right?
Yeah, if I'm tested, yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's going to, present. I think I install Mike. So
Instead of Mike, right? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So I think what we have here is basically the objective is to call for participation in the next white paper. And this is all we talked about. What did we do for monolithic implementation, and then taking it further to the chiplet die-to-die testing, and then we have some known good die stuff, and yeah, I think I just need to add some pictures. This is all like a lot of words in here.
Okay. And then
This
you guys
is
don't want to
how it is
cover
going.
your the life cycle management stuff that Yeruanski talks about? I'm
Yeah,
asking.
yeah, I'm gonna add it here.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. All these are pretty much
But one thing I would is a sort of schedule and when you want to do this and how people participate.
yes,
Actually,
that's
maybe we need that in all
that's
our
the
slides.
main thing, right?
Yeah, a call to action, a call to action slide, which the OCP guys always have. So how do you Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, next
when you
step,
meet
yeah.
and
Right.
Do we have like a template for this one, like how somebody wants to volunteer anything?
there is the one thing is you guys have to decide when you want to do this. Do you want to do this as part of the CDX meetings? Call a separate meeting. That's something I think between you'll have to figure out and set up a schedule basically.
Yeah, I think there has been ongoing meetings already. So I think I will check with Mike. I think he kind of organized that. And
Okay.
we will continue from there.
Okay.
Because a lot of people from the test out there, participate.
Yeah, and at that time, if you guys can figure that out, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah. I think he's going to fill on this one. So he said today, I'll ping him. He's going to fill on this one, the details.
Okay, so Cliff sent out a template. Kevin says he put it in the. I remember that, but I don't know whether. Let me look at whether it has a template. Yes. So I don't know whether the template has. Does the template have a call to action portion?
No. The template's pretty bare bones. It's more for formatting than for content.
Okay, I'm going to meet Cliff in a couple of hours, and we'll put at least I'll say a call to action of some kind.
But I posted it in your folder.
Yep. Thank you. So let me just put it. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Anybody else wants to go?
I can share my presentation.
Perfect. Thanks.
Sure. Right. Oh, I guess now on to the next. Okay. So this is basically a presentation to cover the white paper that we've been working on for in the business group for a while. And I have about 10 slides. I was going to start off with motivation on. Oh, you cannot see? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I never clicked the share button. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so now.
Now there you go. Yeah, I think you're earlier. You thought you sharing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Just have to swap it. Okay. So I have one slide on kind of the motivation for the white paper, basically trying to make the point that we don't have a document that covers both the technical interconnects of the different options that you have for building a chiplet system, as well as a holistic business view on the proposal of building a chiplet system, and that we found that in this business challenges workshop last year. Then one quick slide on kind of the white paper as the solution to this, including kind of a view on the chapters, as well as what our goal was and who the audience is. And then I put in this link that is a PDF version of the final version that we submitted to OCP as a contribution, so that people can access it here already. And then the next couple slides are just stepping through basically these different chapters at a fairly high level. So one slide on chiplet architecture, one on die-to-die interfaces, one on packaging, and I want to make that a little bit more clear, but it's a placeholder for now. Then a slide on chiplet testability, then talking about the cost structure of chiplets versus monolithic and kind of what the tendencies are. Then one more slide on the financial benefits of chiplets, kind of the three distinct areas that we described further in the white paper. Then I lumped together kind of the open chiplet economy and standardization as things that are more forward-looking and just calling out some of the areas of improvement or where gaps are today. And then I have one slide at the end with a short summary, and then these next steps, asking people to join and talking about this, or announcing that we were going to have this ODSA business workshop again, and that we want to work on this open chiplet marketplace next. Okay, yeah, that's all I have for the slides.
March 14th is a Thursday. It's neither here nor there, right? Did you?
Oh, sorry, I meant the 15th. I'll thanks for catching that. I will change that right away.
Do you think there's a date we can settle on every year?
I mean, for every year, I think definitely in the vicinity, but
Not the exact date, like basically.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I would see first of all like how this goes, and then we can
Well, this is the second iteration
we
we're
at least
doing,
have a track
right?
record of now, like if this works and we get participation from people. Exactly. And we're changing the format in a way to have it all consolidated in one day rather than drawn out over a month and a half.
Yeah, there'll be value, man. I
Yeah.
think I can see it at least doing it for a minimum of one more year.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of this year, at least for 2025, we've got to sort of make it happen. These are very nice, and thank you.
Sure. Yep. No problem. So I work on this one packaging slide and upload that to the link that you shared.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to be here this Friday, right? So it's everybody else. So
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Who is anybody else wants to go next?
Yeah, Bapi, I guess it's me. So I was hoping to use this. Actually, a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
The CDX white paper. Do you know if it will be published by the summit?
No, I think it looks like so the compromise we came up with for the digital for the business white paper is to publish it under tiny.cc as a draft with a custom with a custom extension. Like here, I sent this out yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. That's the easiest cheat I can come up with. So this one, if you go here.
Okay, when you say this one, are you sharing or?
Yeah, no, I'm not sharing. I'm going to put it in chat. So here, what I was thinking, you can publish in this link, tiny.cc, with a custom URL. So let's say CDX.
Okay, but this is just the URL. Where would the paper live?
So we'll put a PDF on Google Drive.
Okay.
And put a link and say this is their draft, and by the end of February it will be approved.
Okay.
Because you and Marek, you and Marek are, I think you're both in the zip code that, hey, we put a lot of thought into it. There's really no room for more changes, right? I'm not complaining. I mean, that's where things are, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So in that case, yeah, at least in the metrics white paper, I think because it's a new, we want a lot of buy-in. It's worth opening it up for comment.
Okay.
So is that, you think is that a workable option? Kash liked it yesterday. Hopefully he still likes it today.
I think it's the best idea you've ever had, Bapi. So I want to applaud you with that idea.
Thank you. But yeah, David, I apologize, but we'll get it approved, but in the 15 days, I think we're fine.
Okay. So we'll use that link.
Yeah.
And really, I don't know.
Just make sure it doesn't say, it just says draft in the very first page. So everybody knows it's a 1.0 0.99 draft or something.
No, yeah, ours is final, so we're good to go.
No, it's not final until the OCP says it says. Ours is done, but the OCP has.
Okay. You want me to say draft?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I heard don't put draft.
No, we
Okay.
say draft for
Got it.
0.99, and then they'll be different from the final version that gets put up on the OCP website.
Okay, I will do that. So I have two slides. So I'm too embarrassed to share them. I have the first slide, introduction, and the last call to action. I was hoping to use this meeting to finish the slides, but you guys are talking too much and were distracting me. So I have the slides finished by today sometime, and we'll upload them.
Okay, so then we'll use. Hey, Marek, are you there? Are you not there for the business meeting as well, or just the ODSA meeting?
No, for the business meeting, I'll be there.
Okay, but we might eat up 30 minutes in your business meeting as well. If
no, I think that's fine.
Okay,
I can put it out in the reminder to people to say this may be a shorter meeting and that the previous one will go long.
Okay, so David, you will do on Friday. That's perfect. All right. JP, do you want to go or?
Hey, Bobby, it's still my slides and the works already discussed with James and Trent.
Okay.
And I have not completed my slides, but I have a good content what to have.
Do you want to do you have a draft you want to share, or you'd rather wait until Friday?
I can show you what I have, but it's not
Perfect.
complete.
That's fine.
Let me
Yeah, man,
share.
your 60% is my 90% usually. So
Yeah, so let me share the screen. Yeah, do you see my screen? Still
yes.
have to change the template, but I'll walk through what I have and take feedback if you have any. Yeah, the first slide is actually we talk about the community and who are all participants to this list, and then and also have to add analog devices agree to be part of this for power supply. So I'll add the ADA as well. And then I'll talk about this interop package, what we are doing, and publications. And this it's become, I mean, mainly want to establish this in an industry reference that people can take advantage of for as a starting point for their own designs. We have published all the collaterals, the layout, and the analysis, and also we have paper doing the PA analysis, how to do the PA analysis for this type of chiplet designs, right? And then I'll talk about the platform we are developing. We have the interop package, and we are working on a bring up PCB, and we also are defining a reusable software framework. And we'll put together a demo at LBL Labs. So. And the bring up PCB itself, we want to develop this as a universal bring up platform that can be used across projects, across companies. And the other thing I want to show is actually these are some of the boards I captured across various trade shows that everybody's doing their own bring up boards in various shapes and forms. And you under the OCP umbrella, we want to kind of standardize this so that we have one reference platform, one bringer platform, and one software.
Oh
so
yeah, that I was going to say that's the other is to capture the fact that each of these probably has different software.
Correct.
Which is
they
like
have
the
their
real
own
killer.
interface. Yeah.
Yeah, have their own interface, and it's a real killer. This
Yeah.
is a lovely slide.
Yeah.
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 Sorry,
Yeah,
was that a feedback?
No. I was just trying to say. I mean,
Hey, James.
I'm working on the software side, so we'll share that. I think in 2 days before Friday that we're going
Yeah,
to.
that'll be great, James. Yeah, James has been helping with the software side.
Thanks, James.
Sure.
Yeah, so we want so this is a problem. I want to establish this is a problem, and our solution to this problem is kind of standardizing this the universal bring up board, and it'll have a more robust mechanical design, modular architecture, and can support large package sizes. And it has got a FPGA and CPU, onboard CPU curve for text execution and control. So and then I'll go into more details of what that components are. And right, the overall the architecture brings is actually we have a duty board, and we have an FPGA, and we have a Raspberry Pi 4 as CPU. So with this, it gives the maximum flexibility for exercising the test on any duty. So any protocol that that any custom protocol the DUT requires, or let's say if you have multiple JTAGs, usually chiplets have got multiple JTAGs, multiple SPI ports, or multiple control ports, and those can be all implemented with the FPGA, and that can be remotely controlled using the CPU complex with the Raspberry Pi, right? So And then it has got a flexible power supply. Power supply can be tuned for any voltages for the chiplets, and clock can be programmed. So overall, is a very flexible platform for chiplet or any test chip bring up.
Oh, wait, JP, I want to tell you something. Sorry, it has nothing to do with you specifically, but I forget we've got 170 70 registrants for this tutorial. So everybody better clean up their slides.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So I will do much more cleanup on this, Bobby.
It's 170 something, and I think it's still climbing from what they send me. So yeah, we're going to get a lot of people's attention.
So one comment. So you have this in the chiplet summit template, not the OCP. Which one?
He's going to change it. JP is going to change it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we have I know Cliff has sent us some template.
Yes,
Cliff and
that's
James.
the one. That's
the one
OCP
we should
template.
use. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And Kevin uploaded it in the drive.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to change that. Yes. And okay, and then I'll add a picture yet. I don't have picture. I'll add a FPGA picture, LBL that Tarun had a picture
Tarun's
for
board,
FPGA
right?
board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll add that, and then I'll show that the actual platform, what we are thinking about. And this is where the ADI analog devices will help us in designing these power modules. So it can be power, voltage, and current can be all monitored.
It's actually a Fermilab board.
Oh, this is a Fermilab, not LBL?
No, well, we give LBL credit too, but it's also LBL/Fermilab.
I see. And Fermilab is part of LBL or what?
No, so the Department of Energy has some I don't know, 15 or something national labs. So there's Los Alamos, Lawrence Livermore, Fermilab, Argonne National Labs, Pacific Northwest, Oak Ridge, and there's a few more that I'm forgetting.
Okay. Okay, we'll add Fermilab, and also the next is actually software. I'll add
we don't know what we're doing. Please help.
No, James, I've got a pretty good idea. So I'll have the slide from James here on the software. It's a placeholder, and then I'll summarize. Right, so I'll make this much more absorbable by Friday. So you have to upload, Bobby, or we can just bring the slides to the
If you could please upload to the drive, that would be really good, just so that we know we have one backup copy. You're free to change it after that, but one near final copy if you upload it.
And when is it due? When is it due for that?
It was due yesterday, man. No, the meeting, the tutorials on next Tuesday, right? So
so before that, okay.
But Friday is the next review. We want to do one more review on Friday morning, right? So if you have some,
we have a review on Friday. Okay,
I'm going to use the ODSA slot for that.
I see. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have, Bobby, so far. So yeah, if you have any thoughts later on, also let me know if there is anything I should include.
Okay. And the idea is that by Friday we have sort of 80, 90. So in the worst case, we have connection problems. We'll make sure that drive is accessible, or I'll put it on a flash or something. I'll figure it out.
Okay, great.
Okay. Shahab, or any thoughts? And I just realized I never invited George to this meeting, so that's a surprise. Challenging. Do we do Shahab?
Yeah, I don't see him online anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
he had to drop at after half an hour.
Yeah, then we will try and review the next set on Friday in the ODSA meeting. In that case, everybody gets an hour back. This has turned out to be a very productive review. Anybody with any questions?
Say, Boppy, this is Trent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I
Hey,
joined
you sent me an
late.
email. I've been on the road. I apologize. I'm literally just so far behind in my email. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I was just sending an email letting you know I was going to be joining late. So the intent of the review today, is it to review all of the sections of the tutorial on Tuesday?
So let me share my screen again. Hang on, I need to clean up. So basically, the intent in my head is for all of us to sort of know what everybody else is presenting. So it looks like one cohesive tutorial.
Okay. All right.
Since let me do
for all
one
of the
last time.
sessions, because I know there's actually several tutorials on Tuesday, right?
No, this is just ours. This is the OCP tutorial. It's organized into 3 broad sections after the introduction, which is what have we done, what did we do, which is like which is the white papers we're delivering. Then what do we want to do in the next year, which is like the bring up infrastructure test and BO 2.1. And the third one is what is a big new initiative, which is the idea of standardized modular reference platforms. Those are the 3 buckets. Hey, David, there's one thing. Did we lose Jawad?
No, I'm here.
Who's going to cover the catalog? Are you going to cover that in your thing that, hey, we're going to do a catalog? You're kind of in the what we did last year section, but that's one activity we want to burn some cycles on, right?
Yes.
So you're going to cover that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the title, kind of cover the a little bit of the workflow of the white paper, kind of highlight what's in it, and then cover the catalog, cover other stuff.
Okay.
As well.
Perfect. Okay, then I'll see everybody at 8 a.m. on Friday, and we'll do our next review session, and hopefully that puts us all ship shape for Tuesday's tutorial.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
So I have
Thanks everyone for
days.
thanks a whole bunch for your active participation. Means a whole lot.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.